Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture for June 15th of 2025 is titled Two Worlds, One Sun. So what do we see here? Well, here we see two images of the sun setting. Now, of course, we see the sunset all the time here on Earth, and you may wonder, what would the sunset look like on another planet? Well, some planets we could watch the sunset from their surface and some we couldn't. For example, on the planet Venus, you would never be able to see the sunset because of the clouds. However, we can see that on another planet, and in fact one relatively similar to Earth, and that would be the planet Mars. So what we have on the left-hand side here is an image taken in 2012 showing a sunset here on Earth. And you can identify that. You've got a water there in the foreground, so very easily to identify that as Earth. And we get the distinct red color that we're used to getting of a sunset. And that occurs because the sun when the sun gets very low in the sky, the shorter wavelengths are getting scattered outward. So they are scattered away, all those short wavelengths, the blues and the greens, leaving only the longer wavelengths to penetrate through the thicker layer of atmosphere as the sun is lower in the sky. And therefore, we get that reddish color. Now, on the right-hand side, we see the sunset again on Mars. And one thing you notice right away is a very different coloration. It's a very blue color at sunset. So why is the color of Mars's sunset different? Well, that's actually a good question. The general consensus is probably that it is the way the Martian dust in the atmosphere scatters the light. So it's different than the particles in the atmosphere that are scattering light here on Earth. And that means that if you were to watch a sunset on Mars, it would look much more like what you see over on the right-hand side, which is an image taken in 2015 by one of the rovers on Mars, looking out toward the sunset. Now, the other thing that you might notice that's different here is the size of the sun. So Mars is about 50% farther away from the sun than Earth is. And that means the sun is going to look correspondingly smaller in the sky. And that is a significant enough difference that you can actually see it here in these images. Take a look at the image to the left. You can see a much larger sun. That's the sun as seen from Earth. And if you look at the image on the right, you can see that the sun is significantly smaller as seen from Mars. Now, if you could see it from other planets, you could see various different things. On Mercury, the sun would be significantly larger, being 3 times closer to the sun than Earth. It would appear about 3 times larger than it does. From the moon, it would be essentially the same. And if you went further out into the outer solar system and looked from one of the moons there, you would see the sun smaller and smaller, until eventually it would look just like an extremely bright star as you headed out towards the depths of the solar system. So here we get to look at a comparison of two of those, the sunset on Earth and the sunset on Mars. So that was our picture of the day for June 15th of 2025. It was titled Two Worlds, One Sun. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture, preview to be S30E1. So we'll see what that is about tomorrow. And until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.